This is the spinach. The variety is called Missouri. I directly sown the seeds in this bucket and they all came up. The last batch just starting to pop out, and I can harvest these leaves, outer leaves, in a couple of days time. This is the coriander, the seeds from Nama plant I harvested last year, and original seeds I got it from India, and I kept on harvesting them last few years and directly sown into this pot, big pot, and they all come up. These are coriander seedlings. These are 9 days back. I sown directly into these pots. Wherever I could find empty pots, I did sow them. This is my cut and come again variety coriander calypso. There are loads of branches here. I've been harvesting them last 1.5 months, and still they keep coming. Hopefully another month, by the time my little one get ready for the harvest, these will be there. Last year I had cut and come again variety for almost 4.5 months. Hopefully I'll get the same this year. This is perpetual spinach. I have sown these seedlings 2 weeks back. Now some of them are almost ready for the young leaves for the harvest. This is the rhubarb chard. I sown them in, I think, mid-May, and I planted them 2 weeks back in the ground. They were in a seedling tray until I planted them in this area. These are overwintering plants, including the perpetual spinach, so I need over the winter. This is no-dig gardening. What I did was, you can see the weeds. I put the cardboard, and then I basically added some rotten manure, horse manure, and then I planted these spinach seedlings there. These are variety called Apollo. There are some flowers as well. This is Anthurium, and this one is Marrow, the variety called Tiger Cross. These are my first batch carrots, Early Nantes, and you can see they're almost ready to be harvested. I will do harvest this week. I got 2 pots of my second batch, and this is one pot, and this is another pot. This is the second batch of carrots. I got the third batch. They just germinated. I got them in 3 pots. This is the first pot, this is the second pot, and this is the third pot. This is my third batch of carrots. These are my first batch beetroots. Some of them I let it grow for the seeds, you can see, and here as well. These are left it for seeds, and still I got plenty of plants to harvest, the beetroots to harvest. This is my first batch. Lots of stinging nettles in between. This is my second batch of beetroots. They're gone really big, and they're more than ready to be harvested, because I haven't completed my first batch. That's why I haven't come to the second batch. And I got the third batch. I just put it on the ground a week ago. They settled now. The variety is Boulder, this third batch. They'll be ready in 4 weeks time. Because of the weather is so good these days, they'll be ready. This is my first bed of brassicas. As you can see, cabbages on the right side and cauliflowers on the left side. And most of the stuff in the middle I have harvested, and the ones you see in the middle, they are Brussels sprouts, and both sides I harvested some of the cabbages, and the other side all of them are broccolis I harvested. You can see small seedlings and couple of seedlings this side, red cabbages, and the autumn harvesting broccoli the other side I planted. At the end there's a cullet there. This is my second bed of brassicas. There are 6 cabbages and 4 cullets. You can see in the middle the purple one are the cullets, and both sides I got the 3 cabbages each. These are my kale. I got 5 different varieties of kales. You can see they're doing well, and I'm ready to harvest this kale leaf, one of the most nutritious leaf vegetable that can be grown in this country. This is my one of the 3 beds of onions. Initially I thought some of them are not doing well because of the recent weather changes. It started picking up. They'll be ready for harvest in maybe a week's time or 2 weeks time maximum. Then I can use this space for something else. This is my second bed of onions. Most of these are red onions, you can see. And I harvested the left side row shallots, and I sown directly the methi. It will be ready in a couple of weeks time. This is my third onion bed. Not many, maybe around 50. These are the salad leaves. I had my first batch completely taken out, and then I put the second batch 2 weeks back, and all of them are ready to be harvested. These are my French climbing beans. You can see they recently started picking up. Earlier they were just thinking whether to grow or not. Now they're almost, I would say, 4 feet tall, most of them. And the other side, they are borlato beans. I grow them every year. I use them like Indian rajma seeds for cooking. The seeds are dried in the plant itself, and then I harvest. I got around 15 plants the other side. These are my dwarf beans. I got very few plants. These are the yellow color dwarf beans. They are slowly forming the beans, and these 3 are yellow color. That's the purple color, you can see. And that one there, and this one are normal green color dwarf beans. The courgette is ready to be harvested, and I'm trying vertical growing of these courgettes, otherwise they're going to take a lot of space. And there's another courgette ready to be harvested. These are the first batch of 2 courgettes I have planted, and they're doing well so far. This is my second batch of courgette. This is the yellow color courgette. These are my greenhouse tomatoes, and you can see some of them are ripened. I'm going to harvest them later today. I harvest them before August. By end of July or maybe mid-August, then I need to replace the pots with something else. These are my outdoor tomatoes. Most of them are blight resistant tomatoes. I got around 12 or 15 of them, and the rest of them are normal varieties for cherry tomatoes and plum tomatoes, different varieties. I put them in 2 rows. Most of them have got flowers, and some of them have got small fruit. You can see there, and that's sun cherry. and all of them are doing really good. And those two are bush variety, and you can see the fruit there. And in the middle I got some basil, so the flavor of the tomato is slightly different when you cook it. That's what experienced people said, and I'm following last 5 years and it's been good. This is my sweet corn bed. There are 36 plants and 12 plants in each row. Health wise, they're doing really well. They're totally green and growing fast. I haven't seen any pods forming yet. Hopefully sooner or later the pods will be formed and I should be able to harvest them in the month of August, maybe end of August, sometimes mid-August. These are my melon plants. There are two, and both of them are a variety called mango mel. And here I got EMIR variety. I got 3 plants, one in there, one here, one at the end here. And I also got 3 more variety. The variety is called Avamar. There are 3 plants in here. They just started putting the small fruit, female fruit or female flower. I just need to make sure that these bee attracting plants are nearby to pollinate those female flowers. This is my squash, the variety called butterbush. I got another plant there. They don't go too long, maximum 2 to 2.5 feet. That's why I put in this bed next to my rhubarb chard. These are my 4 different variety of squashes. I got few more squashes. I managed to plant nearby my fruit tree area. Here are some pumpkins and 2 squashes. That's a pumpkin fruit. It's forming slowly. And that's also pumpkin. This one is squash and that one is squash. And here I got baby little pumpkins, and I got 2 plants, one in there, one in here, and these 2 are pumpkins as well. And this is also got a small tiny fruit there, and this is yet to form the fruit, and this is squash. And I got another squash down there. These are the cucumbers, and most of them are got small tiny fruit. You can see there are different varieties. Each plant is different variety. They are doing good so far. Hopefully I'll have all this area covered by these plants in a month's time. These are my aubergine plants. I got 12 plants. Some of them have got fruit. I need to harvest the fruit. So far they are doing good. I need to provide a bit of support for those tall plants. Otherwise they might slightly bend. This is the dwarf variety, patio baby it's called, and this also got a fruit. These are my sweet peppers. Some of them are more or less ready to be harvested. All of them have got proper fruit. And these are my chili peppers. Only 2 plants I've been harvesting last 3 weeks. Rest of them, they just started coming up. These are the two plants of peanuts. So this is the third time I'm trying peanuts, and 2 times I had a reasonable harvest. This time only 2 germinated and survived. I need to put them in a pot. If I put them in a ground, mice would take it when the pots form. This is my second greenhouse. If you see the plants all over the places, high dense area. And let me start from here. These are the pak choi, summer variety, and that's the basil. All these are pak choi, and this is a different variety of basil called Pluto, and this is the basil, and this is also basil, and rest of them are pak choi. Wherever I can find the place, I basically planted this pak choi. These are pine berries. I got few runners from Dr. Vinay, and this year I got shed loads of fruit from them. They're all in either pots or in hanging baskets. This is my grape vine. I pruned to get more harvest and better harvest. I got 4 plants in 4 corners, one in there, one in that corner, one in here, one in here. This is my raspberry. This is the late variety. The fruit is slowly forming. By end of July, I'll get the fruit and harvesting in August. These are my loganberry. I only got 1 plant, starting from there all the way. This is my blackberry. I guess in 2 to 3 weeks time, all the fruit will be ready. At least most of the fruit will be ready. So far it's looking really good. These are my red currants. They're really nice. I just need to wait another couple of days, maybe 3-4 days, then I can harvest them. Good decent harvest. And this is my Worcesterberry or purple gooseberry. And this side, there are lots of gooseberries. The leaves are eaten by the caterpillars, but they did not touch the fruit. So fruit is safe all the way across. And this side, this is my blueberry, early variety. So some of the fruit is almost ready. For example, this one, I can eat it. Very tasty. And this one is purple color blueberry. This is the late variety. It comes for harvest during the month of September. This is the medlar. You can see fruit everywhere. Everywhere the fruit is there. And this is my nectarine tree. One in the ground and one in pot, but both are doing really well. You can see lots of fruit. So hopefully I'll get around 20 fruit. Even if I get 15 out of them, I'll be very happy. All my cherries are eaten by the birds. I did not cover. I was so lazy to do that, so I paid the price. So hopefully I'm covering them with this bird net. Next year I can save the fruit.